Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Monday, July 8th, 2024. Stand up for your country. Well, the most intense presidential controversy since Richard Nixon roars into its third week. Now, Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky, that was intense, but it's not as big as the Biden situation, in my opinion, as a historian. So we have it all covered today. And you're going to enjoy the program, I believe. My prediction does remain. Joe Biden will not be on the ballot in November. And that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So right now, there are two factions inside the Democratic Party. The Joe must go faction and the Joe must stay. Barack Obama leads the Go Squad. Did you know that? Now, I reported that last week. Now, because everybody watches this program and goes to BillO'Reilly.com now, and I'm going to give you the numbers tomorrow. The numbers of people now accessing our news, it's staggering. And I'll give you the exact numbers tomorrow because we're still researching. Okay, so the chief strategist for Barack Obama while he was in the White House was a man named David Axelrod. You know him. He's now a senior political commentator on CNN. I like Axelrod. I've talked to him a number of times. I don't think he's a BSer. I think he's a party guy. But he is Barack Obama's and remains his consigliere. So if you want to know what Obama's thinking, you listen to David Axelrod. Roll the tape.
Well, because listening to the interview, he seemed to deny where he is in the race. He seems not to grasp what is the big concern that people have. What he can't beat is Father Time, and that's really the concern here. It's not about his record. Every time he's asked about whether he can do the job until he's closer to 90 than 80, he says, well, look at what I did the last 4 years. That's just not the way it works.
And that is the Joe must go part of the Democratic Party. The Joe must stay part is basically people who don't want to admit a mistake. All right? It is different. So Axelrod and Obama, they see a threat here that they might lose not only the presidency in November, but both houses of Congress. That's what they're focused on. The Joe must stay are the people who go, no, I still like him and I don't care what anybody says. Jill Biden, you know, those people. People out there when Biden shows up for a campaign function, they're yelling, okay, fine. The party apparatchiks who are not looking forward, they are looking backward. So those are the two factions. Now, obviously, the Obama faction has way more power, as I write in the message of the day on BillO'Reilly.com, than the look back people. So over the weekend, we have a bunch of Congress people calling for Joe Biden to get out of the race. I'm not going to put them on the screen for radio. We have Angie Craig, Minnesota, Daga, Texas, Guevara, Arizona, Moulton, Massachusetts, Quigley, Illinois. And there'll be more. I mean, Jerry Nadler in New York and three others came forward last night. I just don't have screen time for them. But it's going to be on and on. They all put their finger up to the wind. You know how these people are. Both sides. Both sides. All right, the liberal newspapers who, Biden the greatest, great. Oh, not so much now. All right, these are the ones that have turned on Biden. New York Times, the New Yorker Magazine, Chicago Tribune, Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Washington Post. Wall Street Journal was never on its editorial page a big Biden guy, okay? But they're all saying Biden's got to go now. Even NBC News, the most liberal major media outfit in the United States, has turned on Joe Biden. Roll it.
This is Joe Biden, 50-year politician, establishment of the Democratic Party, if there ever was one, who is now running as an insurgent against his party. He's the one dose of reality that I've gotten is he's 100% in until he's 100% out. He has to be defined until the moment he's ready to step aside.
Okay, so, you know, Biden called into the morning program at MSNBC today because they were waffling. And oh no, I'm great, I'm good, I'm this, I'm that. And to me, it really doesn't matter whether Biden stays in or leaves. Okay, I'm neutral on this. I'm agnostic on it. From my analysis, I think he's the second worst president in the nation's history, and I can back that up factually. And I will in confronting the presidents. I mean, you're going to see what the man has done in 3.5 years. Catastrophic. Now, other people don't see it that way because other people aren't examining the Biden presidency like I am. My litmus test is, does Biden or Trump or Bush or Obama, how do they affect you? That's it for me. And just the prices of the essentials of life and a home and insurance disqualifies Joe Biden in my eyes. And I didn't even mention in the border and the chaos overseas. But other people don't evaluate politicians that way. They don't care about the folks. And really, they don't care about the folks. I worked, right, in network news and cable news for a long time. They don't care about you. Across the board. Okay. So Biden's going to get worse. Not going to get better. That's what Obama, who's smart, that's what Obama knows. So he goes, yeah, we're sitting here now and Obama's under siege. Where do you see it 2 months from now? It's going to be one after the other because everything the man does is now under a microscope. At one false step, one bad word, whatever, boom, page one. Can't survive under that. And Biden as a human being can't survive under that. There's way too much stress. So it is an incredible piece of history we are watching. It really is. That a sitting president is melting down before our eyes. And it's going to play out soon, this summer. And that's the memo. All right, so the Friday interview, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this. You're probably up to speed, but I have some comments, all right? 22-minute interview with George Stephanopoulos on ABC News. Why 22 minutes? You get network airtime, you take it. If you're a politician, why? What do they have, another guest coming on? Was there a singer? 22 minutes? Biden should have taken an hour. Use the network time. 22 minutes, because that's all Biden could do before he had to take a nap. Now I know, come on, I know I'm being cheesy on that, but he couldn't do any more than 22 minutes. Okay, so Stephanopoulos knew that his butt was on the line if he was, as he usually does, propping up Democrats, because Stephanopoulos is a Democrat. He was in the Clinton White House. He loves Democrats. He is a Democrat. He'll always be a Democrat. He couldn't do it to Biden. Could not do it because his reputation was on the line. Here's soundbite number one. Go.
And did you ever watch the debate afterwards?
I don't think I did, no.
You don't think you did? Now, please. And he paused before he said that. He didn't go, nah, that's it. No, I don't think I did. I don't want to be laughing at people who are mentally compromised, but come on. Soundbite two, go.
Well, Kanye was having a bad night when I realized that even when I was answering a question, even though they turned his mic off, he was still shouting. And I let it distract me. I'm not blaming it on that. But I realized that I just wasn't in control.
All right, so we have researched whether any news organization reported that Donald Trump was shouting. Zero. Now, I was in there. But no one has reported that Donald Trump was shouting. The CNN people didn't report it, nobody reported. But Biden was distracted by Trump shouting. Okay. Soundbite three, go.
Would you be willing to have the independent medical evaluation?
Watch me between, there's a lot of time left in this campaign. It's over 125 days.
So
Make a decision.
the right answer right now is no, you don't want to do that right
No,
now.
I've already done it.
No. He had his White House physician, who now is subpoenaed by a congressional committee, Comer. So you haven't done an independent cognitive evaluation, Mr. President. Okay? I've watched you for 3.5 years. You are a disaster on your problem-solving inability, your philosophy of how this country should be run, a disaster. So I've watched you. What I do for a living. Okay. So all he had to do to say to Stephanopoulos is, sure, I'll do the independent cognitive exam. I want Trump to do it too. And we'll both do it. That's all he had to say. Last soundbite. Go.
If you can be convinced that you cannot defeat Donald Trump, will you stand down?
It depends if the Lord Almighty comes out and tells me that, I might do that.
No, I wouldn't be invoking the Lord Almighty with your abortion stance, Mr. President. With all due respect, I don't know if you want to meet him just yet. Okay? And that's from one Catholic to another. All right. Biden had nothing on schedule today. Didn't do anything. He called into MSNBC, as I mentioned. He's supposed to make some campaign appearances really around this week. What he does is he shows up, he talks for 10 minutes on a teleprompter, they give him money, and he leaves. But Jill Biden was around today. She made 3 campaign stops in the South. So I don't know what that does. I guess it raises money. But Jill is out there. Jill does not want to leave the White House. That's for sure. Maybe they could rent her a room it's a big house. Donald Trump, nothing today. Tomorrow he goes to Doral, Florida, but he doesn't really go because he owns a golf club in Doral, and he has a rally or something. And then on Saturday, you got a big rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And next Monday, a week from today, is the deadline for his running mate choice. I have put forth that Nikki Haley, far and away, would help Donald Trump regain the White House. There's no question about it. That's it. He picks Nikki Haley, over. But he won't. He doesn't like her. I don't like her. I have to be honest. I don't like Nikki Haley. I think she's an entitled woman. In our dealings with her, she's been arrogant. I don't like her. But if I was Trump, I'd pick her like that because she could do the job. I don't have to like you if you are proficient. She could run a country. In my opinion, she's a smart woman. So Donald Trump dips in and out of the no spin news. And I hope he's listening to me. Puts Nikki Haley on a second, he wins. In today's economic climate, many face the challenge of managing monthly expenses, and high credit card interest rates can keep you trapped in a cycle of debt. Paying the minimum each month means delaying becoming debt-free. Reach out to American Financing, a trusted partner in achieving financial freedom. If you are a homeowner, they can tap into your home's equity to help eliminate your high-interest credit card debt. On average, their customers save $854 a month. That's equivalent to a $10,000 raise at work. You could close your loan in 10 days. And by acting today, you might not have to pay your next mortgage payment. It costs nothing to see how much you can save. So regain control of your finances. Call 888-462-9557. 888-462-9557 or visit AmericanFinancing.net/bill. Let's go to the mail. We got Anna, concierge member, direct access to me. Bill, do you have any compassion for President Obama as far as his condition, senility, or are you just angry and sad for its continuing destruction of our country? That's an excellent question. So I'd like to think I have compassion toward people who have mental disabilities as they get older. But that is overridden because of the damage Joe Biden's doing to all of us. It's tremendous damage. So that's my honest answer. Esther Keynes, Jacksonville, Florida, please stop comparing Jill Biden and Nancy Reagan. I believe Nancy was looking out for her husband. It's not so with Jill. Well, you can believe what you want to believe, Esther. You have a certain right to do that. But I don't get into that. I'm telling you that historically, factually, Jill Biden is doing exactly the same thing Nancy Reagan did. All you have to do is read Killing Reagan. It's identical. Now, motive, I can't read minds. But that comparison is absolutely valid. Richie Coffin, Columbus, Ohio, listening to Nancy Pelosi and other Democrat acolytes explain that Joe had a bad night is beyond the pale. If Joe is so sharp, why doesn't he hold press conferences? You're thinking logically here, Richard. Come on. You can't be doing that in politics. You can't be doing that logic business. Lloyd, President Biden could never take a 3 a.m. call. He almost fell asleep during the debate. A little satire from Lloyd. Joe Petty, Vegas. Kamala Harris was set up to fail on the border issue. Biden's agenda was to open the border and allow millions of immigrants to cross through. Then what was Kamala supposed to do about it? No point. They set her up. I'm not arguing that. But she did not come up with anything. Edward, Michelle Obama. So someone please tell me again what her qualifications for the presidency are. Same as Donald Trump's when he ran in 2016. Talking about no political experience, no legislative experience, none. Michelle Obama was first lady for 8 years. Got Barack in her ear. Run her down, but doesn't work. Bill Berth, Fort Mill, South Carolina. With all the names being thrown out to replace Biden, why isn't Robert Kennedy Jr. being considered? Because the Democratic Party considers him a traitor. That's why. Hugo Fanning, Invercargill, New Zealand. I looked it up. It's way to the south of New Zealand. O'Reilly, what are your thoughts on the potential of third-party candidates to disrupt the 24 election? I think Kennedy will get about 10%. The other is 1% and 2%. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. And say hello to all the Kiwis down there. I want to go to New Zealand. I haven't been there. Grant Faria, Portland, Oregon. Thank you for the best post-debate analysis anywhere. Tomorrow we'll give you the stats, Grant, and I appreciate the compliment. Thomas Malinowski, Palatine, Illinois. I'm very excited to read Confronting the Presidents, out September 10th. During the debate, President Biden cited historical scholars declaring President Trump as the worst president. He's not. That's all ideology. We don't do that. No ideology in Confronting the Presidents. And you can order that in advance on BillO'Reilly.com. Confronting the Presidents, going to be a scorching hot book coming out in 2 months. We have a brand new summer sale deal here. If you buy a Team Normal and Stand Up for Your Country mug together, give you 25% off. Great mugs, okay? And we got a Not Woke mug and a white Team Normal baseball cap at $39.95. That's a fabulous deal. So really good summer deals. Check them out. Word of the day, do not be nuggatory, N-U-G-A-T-O-R-Y, nuggatory. When writing to me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Right back with the final thought. Have you ever been buried in debt, piles of overdue bills, threatening phone calls, and it just won't stop? Done with Debt is your way out. They have developed aggressive new strategies to end your debt permanently. Done with Debt tirelessly negotiates with your creditors to lower or even forgive what you owe. And they do it all without bankruptcy or new loans. Done with Debt has unique strategies to get you out of debt faster. But you need to hurry because some debt solutions are time sensitive. Visit donewithdebt.com and talk with one of their debt relief strategists for free. You have nothing to lose except your debt. Go to donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Okay, as a final thought of the day, we have an explosive new mug for you. It is a cup of No Joe. We sold these out on the pre-sale. We ordered more, of course, you can get them. A cup of No Joe. Now, this is satire, political satire. We're supposed to have fun with this, but it's a collector's item. And these things last for the rest of your life. We got them made in the USA, these mugs. You have them forever. But a cup of No Joe, it's an election piece of memorabilia. It's a collector's item. Plus, it's pretty funny, particularly if you're having coffee with a Biden supporter. A cup of No Joe. You can get them. BillO'Reilly.com in our store. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News. We're going to have a very flamboyant week here. All right? We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.